Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about how to find the area of a parallelogram. So here we have a definition. So what is a parallelogram? So I would make yourself a little note sheet, just pull out any sort of blank sheet of paper or blank lined paper. Get yourself something to color with, maybe some nice markers or crayons or colored pencils, just something so you can have a little bit of color coding. So here we have what is a parallelogram. Write down the definition. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral with two sets of parallel sides of the same length. Both rectangles and squares are parallelograms. But the same length, it just means that this side is the same length as this side and it's also parallel. And that's why these two little lines are here to designate that. This line is the same length as this line and it's also parallel to that side. This is the base of the parallelogram. This is the height of the parallelogram, and that would be designated by a little b and a little h. Sometimes you'll just have numbers here, but this always needs to be a right angle. So think of the height as, like, watch my marker for a second, straight line and then the little h, right? So it's just literally like the height is that little h, and it would make a right angle. All right, so area of a parallelogram can be found by multiplying the base times the height. So area is equal to base times height. B is for base, H is for height. The steps to finding the area: step 1, identify the base and the height. Step 2, plug the values into the equation. And step 3 is to solve. Now the reason why it says identify the base and the height, let me just put in the little 90-degree marker here. Of course I picked a marker that doesn't work. All right, so that little marker right there, you'll often have a measurement here or here, and it's not needed to find the area of a parallelogram. It's almost like extra information, okay? You don't need that side length to find the area. So here's an example over here. So example 1, we'd find the area of this parallelogram by doing 8 times 5. The base is 8, the height is 5, because you have a 90-degree angle or a right angle. Area is equal to base times height, so you substitute in the 8 times the 5. 8 times 5 is 40, so it's 40 inches squared because the units were inches. For example 2, find the area of this parallelogram. This happens to also look just like a rectangle, so we know a rectangle has a 90-degree angle on each corner. It has 4 90-degree angles or 4 right angles, right? So all we're doing here is doing 20 times 12. So base times height, 20 times 12, that's 240 feet squared. You can also find area using length times width. Same thing, except that on a parallelogram, no, not just a rectangle, but on a parallelogram, you need to do base times height. So for a rectangle, length and width are interchangeable to base times height, okay? So that's it for now. Take a look at the con videos and do those con practice exercises as well. Thank you.